Good morning, everybody, and welcome to this week's Connie Chat. Today we have Athan Arvanitis joining us, and he's going to discuss roofs. Don't we just love that big, expensive thing on our house? But we need it, and it's got to be healthy. So why not talk to Athan from Four Elements Roof Contractors, and he's going to tell us a little bit about roofs today. Hi, Athan. How are you?
Good morning, Connie. Thank you for having me on a Zoom meeting today.
Thank you. So, Athan, a lot of my clients recently have called me because of our recent hailstorm that we had a couple of weeks ago, asking, who should I call? What should I do? And I've been referring you for years. So, and you've helped dozens of my clients. What advice do you have for, people out there watching? Athan?
Connie, yeah, we for Four Elements Restoration, we have Four Elements Adjusters, different companies who specialize in storm damage. We specialize in this industry in order to give you a guide on exactly what you need to do when a disaster comes and affects your asset. The number one thing on the restoration side is when you have a storm like in Evanston right now, we have severe damage properties all over the place between Evanston, Skokie, Morton Grove, and a bit of Wilmette. What the people should do is actually make sure whoever is inspecting and evaluating the loss on the property is an expert on the field. Usually the two biggest mistakes, there's two things you can do, right? The first thing is actually do nothing. And, you just keep repairing your old roof system or your windows or whatever that is. And then you just set aside. But as a policyholder now, it's your responsibility to mitigate your loss, right? So doing nothing, it's not a good choice. And the number two is to file a claim by yourself, right? Like everybody else does. And what that is, that creates actually a way to a complete disaster. 95% of all claims are underpaid and denied by insurance companies. And that's the way it is, right? Unless you have an expert in order to deal with that. Why I say an expert? Because an expert will have a team of experts on it, there'll be public adjusters, business consultants, roof consultants, strategists, all that is needed in order to be able to make sure your property gets whole after the disaster. Now, as a homeowner, because we do commercial and residential, as a homeowner, and especially in your field, they should make sure they have the right policy in place. They should make sure they have the right coverage for a storm like that, because a lot of people, after the event, they find out that nothing is covered or they're undercovered, and that creates a problem. And it's a hectic solution because they think all these years they've been paying a premium that covers them if something goes wrong, and that's not the case.
Right. So, for example, like right now, so for the audience out there, Athan's been a little bit difficult to get a hold of because he's always on job sites, and that's why he's in the car
I'm
right
sorry,
now.
my internet is unstable right now. I'm at the site in Evanston as we speak. I'm waiting for an engineering adjustment on a commercial property. So excuse my disconnect, if anything.
No, there is, the audio is coming through, but the video is getting a little bit blurred every once in a while, but the audio is coming through. Thank you.
Okay.
So, for example, here while we're sheltering in place and the weather is starting to improve right now, do you suggest that people call their roof contractors and just have it evaluated to see if this is anything that they can put through to their insurance, or what preventative measures they can take right now to make sure that the roof stays healthy? For example, I'll be putting a house up on the market in a couple of months, and they did a pre-inspection on the home, and the roof is about 25 years old. It's showing a lot of wear and tear. So but they can't afford to put on a new roof. So what recommendations do you have?
Okay, so the first thing you should do is mitigate your loss. So if a storm comes by and affects your property, like the 3-inch hail we had in Evanston and Skokie, yes, you gotta call your roofer and find out, can you come out and check if I have any damage, just to put a tarp on or cover it until everything gets resolved. And that's your responsibility as a policyholder. Now, you mentioned about age, deterioration. All those factors are irrelevant completely to the storm, right? It's like somebody, being, I don't want to give that example. It's a bad example, but yeah, it's not, it has nothing to do with it, right? If a storm comes and affects something, doesn't matter the age of it. It's not because of the age that was destroyed. It was because of the event, right?
Right.
So every owner should have somebody inspect the roof. My take is that you should have an expert in the industry that can be able to do an adjustment, a claim adjustment, a restoration, and an improvement, and a cover mitigation, not just a roofer. The roofer is just the one key element of the whole equation in order to win the strategy of a claim. There's other parameters. The most important thing is like when you have your taxes, right, Connie? You have a tax accountant doing your taxes.
Right.
When you go to court for a court case, you don't go by yourself. You have your lawyer. When
Right.
you have a property, you got to have your property adjuster in order to adjust properly the claim.
God, I really like the way that you've put that because that makes it absolutely clear. I mean, so you're not just a roof contractor that will come up and replace a few shingles or whatnot. You're really looking at this in a more holistic way and say, okay, is there anything that we can put through the insurance policy, which is justified under the policy? And also, I like the fact that you can also talk to clients and say, okay, let's review the type of insurance policy that you have. What additional coverage should you have on your on your policy? So I like that. Well, thank you very much. Any parting words for people out there watching today?
Any parting words? Big guys, be safe. Wear your mask. Follow guidelines. It's something that came by. It'll go away. It's a virus. It affects people. It is what it is. We got to keep on moving. We do virtual inspections right away. My company went on virtual mode when this happened from March 6th. So we've been on virtual inspections. We don't talk to people. We do it every, like right now, Connie. We're on a Zoom meeting together, right? And that's amazing. And it's the new way. It existed, but it was always there. It's just a new way of approaching people. And I actually feel more connected to people than I was before. And more of the barriers and walls are away. Like I don't have a backdrop. It's in my car.
Right.
And this is what it is. I will say one more thing, and I'm going to close up and kind of thank you again. The most important asset you will ever own is your home. And when a storm comes by, their asset value gets diminished.
Right, right.
And this is your equity life going down the drain. So our job is to protect that.
Got it. Very good advice, Athan. Thank you so much for joining us today. Have fun inspecting the rest of the day today on those roofs. Be careful up there.
Thank you. And if you want advice, let me know. 4 Elements
I
Restoration
will
be on your side. Thank you so
And
much.
everybody
Connie.
out there, I'll have Athan's contact information on my post, and you can contact him to evaluate your roof, give you any advice on anything roof and siding related, gutters, fascia, soffits.
And
he's your man.
Anything property asset related, we can give you an advice. And we also part of the Chamber of Commerce in Evanston. So we actually are on this time, we actually giving back to the community.
Oh, that's wonderful. Wow. Good for you, Athan. That's great.
Thank you.
All right. Well, listen, enjoy your day today. Don't fall off a roof like my husband did. Okay?
I'll try not to.
Okay. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Thank you so much.
Bye.